I'm backing up my truck, I'm gonna hook it up, loading up my boat with all my gear. I've been working hard all week, trying to make ends meet, spending time wishing I was fishing. Well, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing. Gather up your gear and come along. Well, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing.
This is Terry Wickstrom. Join Karen Cullum, Greg Plaggio, and me as we take you to some of our favorite fishing spots from Colorado to Minnesota, the Arctic Circle to Central America and beyond. As we revisit episodes of Mountain States Fishing and Angling Adventures Television on the best of fishing with Terry Wickstrom.
Hey, I'm here with Robin Knox. Robin, you're the Sport Fish Program Manager for the Colorado Division of Wildlife.
That's right.
Also a good friend.
Terry, good to be fishing with you again.
We've fished together a number of times. We're here today alongside a small pond in the Denver metropolitan area. And these ponds, well, this is just a typical pond.
Yes, it is. This is one of the many gravel pits, former gravel pit, that is filled with water, and it's along the South Platte River drainage, and it's one of the many urban pits that we stock with a variety of warm water fish species.
Such as?
Well, such as bass, bluegill, crappie, and channel catfish.
And you know, these ponds, not only in Denver, Colorado, but wherever you live in the country, really provide, you know, urban people, the people in the cities, without having to drive kids, families, go for a walk. There's really great fishing in a lot of these ponds.
Yes, there is. They're very productive. They're warm water, which, you know, Colorado's known as a trout state, but we do have excellent warm water fishing. In these ponds, we stock with warm water fish. The fish live in them year round, and sometimes, especially with channel catfish, they'll get up to 4 to 8 pounds.
And we're here today to concentrate on channel catfish. As you know, catfishing has become a focus of both the video we're doing and some television shows. And Robin and I are going to kind of show you some different baits during the course of the evening or afternoon today, some different equipment and different techniques, and show you just how productive fishing in these ponds can be. And you stock a number of these ponds with channel catfish. It's a focus of the Colorado Division of Wildlife, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We have a brochure that's called Fishing Close to Home, Terry, that we can talk about a little bit later on, but it lists over 125 small ponds and reservoirs in the Denver metropolitan area. And channel catfish are not limited to the Denver area. We find channel catfish in the whole state of Colorado. If you drew a crescent from Grand Junction down south through Durango over to Pueblo and then back up to Julesburg out in the northeast corner, all of those areas have channel catfish. It's a very common fish.
It's pretty well dispersed throughout mid-America, isn't it, really?
Right. It's yes, it's found all over the United States.
I mean, it's where states where it didn't occur naturally, it's kind of been transplanted, and it provides an excellent sport fish and probably an underutilized sport fishery.
Well, definitely here in Colorado it's underutilized. We stock hundreds of thousands of channel catfish a year, but there's not really that many people who take advantage of channel catfish. So I'm really excited that we're able to do this show this evening and try and get people out there catfish fishing.
Well, let me tell you, just in getting ready for the show, I did a little checking just to see how the catfishing was going in the state. We're out here, it's the 1st of September, and the water is warm, and I checked around, and I didn't check for what happened in ponds like we're fishing today, but I found just within the last couple weeks, 3 channel cats over 18 pounds were all caught in metropolitan areas. One came out of Cherry Creek Reservoir, one came out of Aurora Reservoir, and one came out of Loveland Reservoir. These are all reservoirs right in metropolitan areas.
That's right, and they all get stocked with catfish, and it's just another good example of, especially fishing in September when fish are trying to fatten up for the winter time, they bite pretty good.
Well, there's excellent catfishing throughout the state of Colorado. All our eastern reservoirs, like Nenoshi, Negrandi, John Martin, Bonnie, Sterling, they're all excellent cat fisheries.
That's right, and this year, with the drought conditions that we have, you can see here at this pond that the water line has receded a little bit, and at a lot of our lakes the water is down, but that means the fish are more concentrated, so technically an angler ought to have a better chance at catching a nice catfish.
And catfish actually do well in marginal water. They survive well, they're a tough species, so even though we're in a low water year, they're thriving right now. They're concentrated with the bait.
That's right.
There's one on here. This is on your rod, come and get it.
No, you bring him in, Terry.
I don't think it's a real big one. but now it's in the weeds. It swam down into the weeds, and with this light spinning rod of yours, I can't move him. I'm gonna have to give him a line and see if he'll swim out. Might have lost him in those weeds. Can't tell if he's still on there or not. Lost him. No, I got him. He's a real little one. A giant, Robin.
All right.
I thought I lost him. He was so small. One thing about handling these fish is when they're little like this, the ends of these fins can be quite sharp. So you have to be a little careful. It's getting me all wet. On the circle hook, hooked right in the upper lip just the way it's supposed to. Eagle claw circle hook. Well, not exactly what we're looking for, but first fish.
Good.
On the cut bait. I think we'll put him back in the water. How old would you say that is? Yearling? Last year?
He's probably 2 years old.
Okay. Yeah, how fast do they grow?
Well, catfish normally spawn in late May, early June, and by the end of the first year, we're lucky, even in a hatchery situation, that we can get them to be about this long, about 3 inches long.
Really?
And by the end of their second year, because catfish really grow best in water that's in above 70 degrees, and it always takes Colorado a long time to get to that length of water, by the end of their second year, they'll be 8 inches. So this fish probably was about a 10-inch fish. He may be almost 2. He's into his 3rd growing season.
All right,
already.
so it's pretty good size. So it takes them a while, but they live quite a while because of that short growing season here, right? They get quite old here.
Right, yeah, catfish probably can live 15, 20 years.
All right, so they can get quite large.
That's right.
Well, I don't want to say anything, but I'm way ahead of you.
Yeah. Well.
You know, this catfishing from shore is really a waiting game. So what we've done is we've taken these rod holders that stick in the ground, we're casting out, we're putting the rods in them. Thought I had a bite there for a minute. And during the day, you may have to move around or cast to different places. During the night, if you know you've got a prime spot, those fish will move in, so you can wait and be a little more patient. During the day, you need to be patient, you need to wait, but you may need to cast to different places and wait a little bit. But we've spread some baits out with several rods through an area here, and that hopefully that's going to set up a scent trail. But meanwhile, we're going to kind of relax and wait. Now I've got this rod set on a clicker so that it's they can take the line, I'll hear it click, and it's got a regular hook on it. This one has a circle hook on it, and I've got that set so that it'll tighten up as they go out with it. But now it's kind of watch his bobber, watch the rods, the anticipation, and wait for that fish to come by and hope it's a big one. Any size?
Oh, another little one, it feels like. Oh, there is a bunch of weeds right there, isn't there?
Yeah, when they start coming in, they get in those weeds. Still got him?
Yeah. Okay, he's out of the weeds.
Where is he?
What have I got here? Maybe he's all hooked.
He's spun himself around the line. You lassoed him, Robin. I think you're supposed to put the hook in their mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way bigger than the one I got. I want you to look at this, folks. The fish isn't caught, it's lassoed.
No, that's called your ultimate catch and release.
No hook damage at all, huh?
No.
What's
the circle hook's really good. They lasso the fish.
This is almost exactly the same size. Another small one, maybe 2.5 years old, into his 3rd growing season. Just, you know, not much size, but fun to catch, keeps the action going. And when you're getting these little ones, there's a chance you're going to get that big one at any time.
That's right.
Does that come on cut bait or shrimp?
That was the shrimp.
So we've caught 2 on shrimp and 1 on cut bait so far. Actually, you released a very large one on shrimp.
It's, accidental release.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they're starting to bite. Maybe they're starting to move in. The bite's just starting, maybe.
It's been 2 real quick like that. That's a
good sign.
Little better.
Yep. There he is. Oh, I don't think he's a real big one, but I got him on. Of course, you know, sometimes you can't tell till you get him in. This is my light. Oh, he's pulling pretty. This is my lightest rod too. I got heavy line on all the others, except this one.
Oh, he's not
pretty
bad.
good size. Pretty good size. And now I think he's tangled my other line.
Oh, let me bring that one in.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, it's a pretty good size fish.
Oh, he is tangled, so this is a joint fish.
No, you don't get credit because he tangled my other line. That's the one thing about fishing catfish with these lines that you get a good one on the runs and he'll tangle you up. Boy, they can pull. They are so strong and so much fun. You know, they're really such an underutilized resource. I mean, they're a tremendous sport fish. This is the size we expect to catch in these ponds, really. You know, not a huge fish. I'll let you grab them. Nice fish, though. Good fish. You get them okay? There we go.
There you go.
Wow. Well, that's bigger than I thought. That's a pretty decent fish. Nice, nice. Oh, they're pretty fish. Look at that. Hook, circle hook, right in the corner of the mouth. Let me get this down. I got pliers right over here. Okay. Now, one of the neat things, we're using these eagle claw circle hooks and right in the corner of the mouth because you know there's no hook set. He sets the hook himself, and then pull that out, and they don't hardly ever get off. But that's, you know, that's just a nice one, and it's a real nice one.
He's probably about 5-6 pounds.
Which there's lots of in these waters. I don't know if I can tail them or not. I'm going to try just to get my hands on them. We're going to get back in the water. Catfish in Colorado, channel cats, thanks to the Division of Wildlife and providing this great fishery for us. You know, how many are you allowed to keep?
Well, in this part of the state, you can keep 10 catfish.
All right, so, and we're going to get this one back in the water. We're not keeping 80, but they're great to eat too.
Wonderful. They're very tasty.
Very, very good. Let's get this one back in the water, and away he goes. All right. And there's, you know, they really survive pretty well too. And there he's ready to go. And there he goes. Thank you, sir.
All right.
You know, thanks. You know, the catfish are such, like I was saying when I was playing the fish, an underutilized fishery because they're just, what did we say? There's over 200 waters in Colorado stocked with catfish. And you know, you don't have to be an expert. As we showed you, take a little cut bait, some shrimp. That one was sitting on the bottom with a slip sinker. We got some out with a bobber. Throw them out. Put a cool beverage down, have a few friends around, and it may be a little boring with the anticipation of the weight, but boy, when they hit, you get big fish on. It's just a lot of fun.
I think channel catfish fishing is the ultimate relaxed fishing. You know, there's not a whole lot of technique involved, not a whole lot of equipment involved. Just about anybody can afford that kind of equipment that you use for channel catfish, and it's very, very relaxing. Beautiful evening like this. What a better way to end the day.
Except it quits being relaxing when you get a big cat on. Yeah. then it's pull the lines in and hope I can land them, and they pull like a truck. I mean, if you're used to catching, you know, just trout and sunfish and stuff, you want to go out to these ponds and have your line pulled down a little bit, try for the channel catfish. Got it?
Yep.
Size? Looks like another nice one. Do you need help?
No, he's fine. He's not quite as big as the other one.
If you need help, holler.
But I got him up above the weeds.
Good deal.
This is a medium-sized little.
Here, I'll come over there with you. Now this is more typical of what people can expect to catch a bunch of. Well, a little smaller than that, but this is closer to the typical size. It's a little small yet. But these are good eating size.
Yes, these are excellent eating size.
In fact, these are better eating than the big ones. We'll get this one back in. It'll be here for somebody else to catch. But what, we've caught little ones, we've caught little bigger ones, we've got some big ones. Now we keep trying. I might. Well, I guess you caught more than I have. I gotta get my line back in the water.
Okay.
Was that on shrimp?
On a shrimp.
Most of our fish. Let's show them how we're using. These are just.
Well,
in fact, let me get.
This is a pretty much beat up one. Let's put a clean.
Yeah,
clean
let's
shrimp
show them
on
what
there.
we're doing with these shrimp. These shrimp. These are just shrimp we picked up at the grocery store. And all you got to do is take, and the hook is shaped a lot like the shrimp, and just roll those shrimp right around the hook and out, just like that. And I'll tell you a secret is keep the hook exposed.
That's right.
Because if you get it in here, the shell of that shrimp could keep you from getting a hook set. They don't care the hook's there. You don't have to hide it. There it is. Looks just like a shrimp. And it's a great bait.
All right. Let's see how well I can do with this one, Terry.
And you know, we've been catching most of the fish below bobbers. Now, typically people think you fish for catfish on the bottom, and you do a lot. But because there's a weed line here, we're fishing over, and these fish are cruising outside that weed line. We've actually had more hits suspending the bait on bobbers just past the weed line.
A lot of people think that catfish only feed off the bottom, but they don't. They're fish that swims in the whole water column, and you know, their mouth is a front-facing mouth, so they will go after prey that are swimming just as much as they will go after something that's sitting on the bottom.
I've caught numbers of catfish on lures fishing for other fish. Well, I'm gonna get over here so I can get one of these.
Woo! Whoa! Big fish!
All right, hooked up. You need to loosen your drag. It's right here, center.
Oh, that's right. Okay, this is what we came for. Terry, why don't you bring in this other pole?
Get it out of the way. That's apparently a nice fish. What pound test you got on there?
This is 12.
That's a pretty big fish in the weeds for 12-pound test. We'll see how good an angler you are. I'm gonna get this rod holder out of the way so I don't get hurt on it.
Oh, a big one.
Oh, nice one.
Who's got the net?
Drag him right up on shore. Just back up. Back right up here. Back right up on shore. Just keep going. Just keep him coming and back right up on shore. Keep coming. Back him right up. Don't stop. Just keep coming. Keep backing him right up. Keep going. Keep going. Keep backing him right up. All right. Yes. Now I got him. Hey. There we go. Whoa. Wow. Whoa.
That's what we came out here for.
Once you get your pliers, get the hook out of them. You got pliers, Andy?
Yeah, I do.
That's what Colorado catfishing is all about, folks. You saw us catch some little ones, but this is why you wait, and this is why you do it. Okay, go ahead. I got him.
And that old circle hook.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, right in the corner of the mouth.
Just the way it's supposed to be. All right.
And you can see, Terry, and I don't know how the audience can see this little hook, but that is not a very big hook.
No.
But it's big enough to catch one of these nice...
That circle hook.
He's probably about a 12-pounder.
Oh, yeah, it's a good 10, 15-pound fish. Colorado catfish. All right, you want to hold them?
Sure.
Slip your hands right up inside, right up to where mine are. Got it?
Got it.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'll move this, you don't drop on it. Way to go,
Sure.
Robin. You gonna let him go?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
We'll let somebody else catch him in the future.
All right, let's get him out there. And there he goes. Yeah, got it. I don't think it's a monster, but I think it's a decent one. Oh, it's got some good head shake.
Let me get mine in out of the way.
Getting dark. They're starting to move. Oh, it's a decent fish. Oh yeah. I don't think it's as big as that one you had, but it's a nice fish. Boy, they can pull. They're such a strong fish. Now this is really about what we expected to catch. It's like he's
tangled up in
some lines. This is the perfect fish to end the day on, because this is exactly, pull him in here. Exactly here, turn him like this. Get up in here. I got him.
Got him.
Yeah. This is really exactly the size fish we expected to catch. We expected to catch numbers of these instead of a 12-pounder. If you want to get the pliers, he's got a circle hook right in his lip. And he's wrapped. All right, we're going to get him back in the water.
Nice little catfish. This is a great eating size.
Oh, it's perfect. Let me get him going. Got me all wet. That's more the size we expected to catch.
Right, great way to end the day. I thought we were almost done there, but
well, you know,
still
we got a few minutes. We may not be able to film much longer, but it's getting really dark, and the catfish are going to start to move. You know, I said earlier, during the day, a lot of times you have to move to find them, but once it gets night, they go on the prowl. They're a nocturnal animal, and they really move around more at night. So it's probably going to keep picking up. I don't know how late we're going to stay. We're going to catch a few more fish, but Robin, I want to thank you for sharing this opportunity with us.
It's been my pleasure, and to all of our anglers out there, good catfish fishing.
Yeah, get out, enjoy catfishing. It's a great opportunity, and join us next week on Mountain States Fishing.